itt az NBA-ben. Így nézünk ki. Nagyon szexi, mint látjátok. Power forwardok vagyunk a Chicago Bullsnál az első évben. Így állunk. Negyedik legjobb power forwardok vagyunk. Ezt meg kéne tartani. Hát offenzív reboundban nem nagyon remeklünk, de hát mindenkinek vannak hibái. A csapattal nagyon jól vagyunk, ugye 17-1-ben vagyunk, ami rendkívül jó. Vezetjük ezzel a csoportot is, meg a ligát is. Nagyon kevés pontot dobunk, de nem kapunk sokat. Tehát a védelem az jó. Na most akkor nézzük meg a szerződéseket, mit adnak. Hát ha adnak valami jót. Az nem jó. 125 az kevés pénz. Azért viszont elmegyünk. Rendezvúzunk egyet a csapat tulajdonossal, begyanunk neki tövig. Jó, azt még szponzorkodni. Nagyon király. És akkor nyomjuk a meccset. Na hát első live.
The 2K Sports pregame show. So good to be with you again, everybody. The NBA season has now hit its stride. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. And our coverage tonight at the American Airlines Center, where the Dallas Mavericks will be going up against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. Now, if you want to see a stat sheet stuffer, you're going to want to keep your eyes on Freak in this one. He's been putting up a number of double-doubles in this recent outing, Shaq.
You know, Freak knows that he can do more than just be a scorer on his team. He's a great passer. He's a great leader, especially for a young guy. He's looking for a shot. He's being active all the time, and he's really helping the others play at a high level, Ernie.
I haven't seen a guy like this come into the league in a long time.
Stop it.
I'm serious. Not a guy like this who has multiple ways to impact the game shot. Not just...
It's the Mavericks in Dallas, Texas, for a little interconference action here at the American Airlines Center. And the Bulls looking for a positive start here on their road trip. Well, they got a head of steam right now. This year and piling up win after win.
They have really hit the ground running this year. It's hard to imagine things coming together for them any better or quicker. They've been dominant in the early season.
Not the team you want to face right now. Never mind mid-season form. They've been playing in championship form here early on.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Freak, he's in at power forward. He's out there with Paul Gasol. Doug McDermott is out there with Steve Blake. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard.
Always nice to get the first lead of the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. To me, it's just much more comforting to play from the front than to be battling from behind.
And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. And another hit. Shot made once more from Freak. Freak's got his second bucket of the night. Here's Dallas. 4-point game. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way. And that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
The Mavericks shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against Orlando.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. Defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Rick Carlisle. Doris?
He has a very specific approach laid out. He told me that they're going to concentrate on working the ball into the paint as much as possible today and taking advantage of what he believes is a significant edge for them on the interior. Guys?
And thanks for that story, Doris.
And Kevin, that's a little taste of what can happen when the big guy takes it up strong.
Well, I guess he does have it in him then to get up off the ground when he needs to and rock it to the rim.
Yeah, you know, guys, he's never going to elevate that high, but he compensates and makes up for it with his height.
So it's the Mavericks now. The Bulls getting the bucket. 4 on the clock. Johnson can't get it to go. To the paint. Holiday attacking. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that. That's how to orchestrate for your teammates. Terrific pass.
The Bulls leading by 4. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, up to the wing. The shot no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And this is the first of 2 games between the two, East versus West, so they don't see a whole lot of one another.
Yeah, and Greg, for me, that just raises the intrigue level. Some matchups we don't get to see that often, so I'll be watching this one closely.
That's good. Williams has got his first bucket of the night.
The defender just didn't have the speed to stay in front of him, and he streaked in for the layup. That's a real nice move. Well done.
Pass to Blake. Gasol, a screen on Williams. Blake kicks to free. Taken away by Williams.
Szemtelen köcsög! Hát mit csinál?
He feeds it to Parsons.
Hogy rohadjon meg? Hát kiszedte a kezemből a labdát.
Passes to Johnson.
Hol van ilyenkor a bíró? Hogy basszonyakon valami?
Just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And Williams, here we go. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Bulls have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game.
10-8 most nézem. Jól feljöttek.
Blake kicks to Freak. To the middle. Here's Gasol. Makes it off the glass. Gasol's got his second bucket of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
De örülünk. Elmondja az edző, hogy nagyon taktikusan, meg türelemmel, mindig ezt mondja, hogy türelemmel játszunk, és akkor semmi baj nem lesz.
Chicago making some changes.
Leütetett a kispadra, köszönöm. Nowitzkit kell fogni. Csak a szokásos.
They've got Nowitzki. J.J. Barea is out there with Clarkson. Then it's Johnson. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now here's Johnson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Nowitzki is straight. Up floater. Here's Marjanovic. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Chicago making a switch here. Gasol's checked in, and it's tied up with that one. Chicago with the ball. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington. They'll face the Wizards. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
Bemegyünk, bedőlünk megint. És...
And here's Freak.
He
picked up 24 points in their last one against Orlando.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
Barea kicks to Johnson. Down low, here's Nowitzki. And it's Freak with the rebound. The Bulls shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Holiday gets the bucket.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Berea dishes to Nowitzki. Feeds it to Clarkson. Nowitzki a screen. Johnson goes in. And
olvasunk kommentet. Az Zsim nem enged be a telefonom. Hát mi ez? Na végre. Hangos a játék? FPS. Várjál. Nem tudom, hol kell állítani. Ja, én tudom, de NBA-re nem is lehet állítani játékban, érted? Nagyon faszán ki van találva. Ha elkezdted, szopjál végig. Figyelj, üresen, ott a titi. Hopp. Easy.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
And their field goal percentage shows that over 60 now. Tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic was simply terrific. He dropped in 24 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game you'll always remember.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. He's giving himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there would be some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high. Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Johnson outside. Pass to Clarkson. Uncovered. And Dallas again with the bucket. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Gasol a screen. Blake gets to Holiday. And the assist goes to Blake. Holiday's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display. And he may just be getting warmed up here.
We have the break in the action. Let's show you the teams that have been making their opponents work especially hard over the past 10 games. Number 1, the Bulls.
The teams they've faced over the last 10 have to be wondering how long this brutal defense is going to last. There's no let-up in these teams. They play with tenacity throughout.
Jaron Williams is checked in for Dallas. They set the pick. There's the pass to Freak. He dishes it to Blake. He kicks to Freak. Inside. Rejected by Nowitzki. And that's out of bounds. Chicago. So both teams making some changes here. In a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half.
31 ponttal vezetünk. Azt a letyármenét. Izgalmas meccs. Nem annyira, mint a portugál-magyar, vagy magyar-portugál, de izgalmas. Hagyjuk meg.
Na, kezdjük is. Maverick shooting 52% for the floor. Nice work so far from them. We got a moment left on the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Chicago right now, Freak in at power forward. He's out there with McDermott. Pau Gasol is out there with Steve Blake. And it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. There's Parsons. Easy 2 points on the layup. Parsons got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the man.
Ez a live hatása. Mindenki lámpalátos.
Blake with it. At the elbow, it's Freak.
Oda. Fordulj ki.
Tries it from 9.
Hát nézd meg. Kihagyja a fiú. Hát a fiú.
Rebound so far in the game. Williams kicks to Johnson.
Futok már, futok.
Back to Williams.
Nagyon sapkézünk itt addig.
Parsons for
Jó.
three.
Ez nem megy be.
And it's Chicago with the rebound. Freak's got his third
Na
rebound
mondja a
tonight.
játékot, Blake. Mit csinálj?
Blake kicks to
Azaz,
Freak.
hát én nem fogom
To the
eldobni
wing on
állva.
the left. Here's
Na de
McDermott.
ő...
And that one comes up a bit short.
Hát az hogy nem
just
dobta be?
cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I
Ne,
mean, no
ott
way
van!
you
Nowitzki ezt meg
miss
bedobja.
that shot.
And he gets it to
Basz
go.
meg!
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Blake passes to Holiday.
Jó, az hármas.
Good. And the assist goes to Blake. Blake's got
Ez a
5
Holiday, ez
assists
jó
tonight.
gyerek.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Jó kis
Didn't take
peka,
them
ugye.
long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Picked by Williams.
Hú, de
Dishes it to
fogosod egymás.
Johnson. And the Mavericks get another bucket right there.
The second
Ezek
half has
most minden
started
bedobnak.
quite well. They've been good on 3 of their
Nekünk is
first 4
kéne
attempts.
pontokat dobálni, mert 8 pontunk van, hát...
Blake kicks to Freak.
Ne.
And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys.
Na,
going
megint
in
ott
there
hagyják a
and
hármas.
challenging them like
És
he
most
did.
honnan jött ki?
Boy, that was a nice job.
Mekkora már?
Blake with it. Williams picks him up.
Jó, csinálunk egy screen. Menjél gyerek. Nagyon faszán. Nagyon
Blake with
szar
it.
csináltuk.
Working
Jó.
on Williams. And a wide open look for Freak.
Hát igen, nem a mi
Almost, but it
játékunk.
rolls out.
És
The
ez mégis
Mavericks
lát.
leading.
Pedig szarásig üresen álltunk, de hát ne.
Now Williams. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
Kellett volna
Johnson.
vinni.
Johnson
Azt
missing
hittem
again.
már bemegy neki,
Not
hát
sure
mondom ilyen...
what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown.
Itt
You
vagyok.
can ill afford to give a guy like him
Jobb be,
that good a look.
hallod?
He's played an important role in their
Még
offense
ugrottunk
today,
egyet
guys.
neki.
Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3
Na,
from
újra
downtown
vezetünk.
since halftime. And it's time for an injury report.
A
Kísérjük már
very
ezt,
somber
nincs
tone over here on the sideline, guys. It does not look to be good news at all. The schedule becomes a real grind at this time of the year, and that injury is only going to make things harder on this team. Guys?
All right, Doris.
Engedj
We
már
will, of
posztba.
course,
Köszönöm.
keep everyone updated as we find out more.
Dobjad, jó,
And you know
kipassz,
what? He
dobd rá.
could have a long road ahead in terms of getting
vissza
back
poszt.
on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
No, he's not. I mean, he'll be doing everything he can to make it back as soon as possible.
Kizártatok,
Mavericks
hogy
have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Parsons for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Freak's got 6 rebounds in the game.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet
Hát
in
ezt
the
nem
court.
hiszem el.
The Mavericks shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Outside Williams. Down low.
Megint
And that
részen
one is
csinálják.
stuffed right through.
De Márjanovicsot itt játszották, nem is
That's where the
Nowitzki.
weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game,
Ott van,
fellas.
dob rá.
Outside Holiday. Scores the
Ez az.
bucket. He's 7 for
Hármas.
11 and
Mondtam,
continues
ez
to
a
look
Holiday, ez a
good.
barátom.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really
pontunk
fun
van,
to
hát
see
így
that
nagyon
kind of
rész.
unselfishness. Really hard not
azt
to
sem.
appreciate all the assists
Már
they've
ilyen
racked
is
up.
olyan.
You gotta
De
love
szép
the
vagy.
big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out
Olyan
physical
koszka fejem
game.
nekem.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help
Oh, yeah.
them create some separation on the
Hogy
scoreboard.
dob be.
That drops.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And
Nem
when
olyan
that's
rossz
the
ez,
case,
mert végül is
you
így
can mark
döntöttem,
those up
csak...
for him.
Parsons dishes to Nowitzki.
Jó, azt nem megy be.
And too
Ez
long
az.
on the shot.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside.
Az meg
The
pont.
rebound numbers are very even.
A feka,
Yeah,
a feka,
impressive
a
effort
feka.
from both on the
Az
back.
bedobja.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no
Még
small
kontakt
part
is volt
to
velük.
the
De
show that he's
bedobta.
putting on in this period.
Úgy
Outside
dőljön neki.
Williams.
Ne. Engedjük már oda Nowitzki. És nézd meg, megveri a gyereket.
Chicago
Milyen
grabs the miss.
fallorás.
Excellent. Really solid job
Szerintem
actually
azt
by the
adta
defense
össze,
to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Blake kicks to
Ajaj,
Gasol.
már kéne
All
nekünk
sorts of
irányítani,
time.
meghalunk.
Good. And the assist goes to Blake. Blake's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
Na, de
Now
vezetünk
here's
4 ponttal
Williams.
most nézd.
Nowitzki left side.
Nem Nowitzki.
Using his post move to get the 2 points. Nowitzki's got 5.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that.
Ez fasza. 2 ponttal vezetünk és jön az utolsó negyed.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far.
És leütették
Williams is checked in for Parsons.
And the Bulls making a change also.
Freaks checked in for Portis. Jerry Williams out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Jones. And it's Nowitzki in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Now the feed to Freak.
A feka nekem passzol, de milyen?
Holiday the pass to Mirotic.
Odaad most tud. Jó, poszt. Hát ezt nem hiszem, mert mi van a poszttal ma? Ide. Jó, de szép volt.
And that's 12 points for Freak.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Jones with the screen on Mirotic. Kicks it to Nowitzki. To
Nowitzkit nem szabad. Hát ez a olyan hülyén. Miért hagyjátok 3 pontosan? Oda. Oda, tessék. Dobd be.
And guys, right now the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run to take Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin.
És én hagyom most azt a kis...
Te hülye vagyok. On the basket by Jones.
Azt hittem csak Nowitzkit
For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. There's the dish to Freak. Pass to Blake.
Jó.
Inside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Terrence Jones.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Freak. 8 rebounds, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
Some of those assists that he's got today have been just electric.
Pau Gasol is checked in for Chicago. McDermott comes in for Mirotic. And both free throws good from Freak. Dallas has gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. There's the pick. It's Williams with the drive. 6 to shoot.
Nehogy elvegye. Ott hagytam.
And they're going to send him to the line.
Hát ezt hogy csináltad, gyerek?
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so for Dallas.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Here's Freak. The turnaround jumper. Count it. Freak's got 6 in the quarter.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor. And
love it.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out full speed. Guys,
here's Parsons.
Hogy tette le a gyerek? Pedig kijött meg kidovása.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
To the left side wing. McDermott dishes to Freak. He feeds it to McDermott. It's good from long range. And the Bulls lead by 1.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Elég kemény lesz. Ugyanaz a feladat. Közben rájöttem, nem Butler, az kapus. Butler.
1:12 left in the fourth quarter. They set the pick. Williams passes to Nowitzki.
Jimmy Butler, okay. Na jött egyik sérült. Nehogy már Nowitzki bedobja.
Here's Marjanovic. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. And stolen by Darren Williams. Here's the break.
Kell védekezni, és akkor meg is nem
32 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Leszette.
Pass to Johnson.
Hogy szedte
There's a
le?
good screen.
Na, hogy nekem?
Parsons attacking. Yes!
As
Bazd
close a
meg.
shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Leszette a lepattanót. Elbaszta. Mondj én.
17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Blake kicks to Freak. Feeds the play. Goes up on the wing. Can't get it to go. So it's an arrow victory for the Mavericks.
Második vereségünk szezonban.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kértem ezt legjobb. Az MVP.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Darren Williams. He showed the composure and cleverness that only a longtime veteran could possess. A vintage performance from a very savvy player.
You know what, Ernie? I must admit it. I didn't see this kind of performance coming from him tonight. He's been coming off a stretch of game where he just looked lost out there. To see him.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
Tudunk fejlődni, nézzük meg. Először ezt az atlétát kéne kihúzni maxra, aztán meg ezt az inside scorer-t. És utána már jó lenne minden, de hát ez már most moskoros drága. Akkor jön a Washington.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, they've gotten the job done in every way possible this season. They're sitting pretty with the best record in the league, East or West. And as we come up to the midway point of the season, Kenny, we're seeing some of the veterans who started slower now picking up the pace.
Well, I think early on, a lot of times, if you've been in the playoff for some veterans, the early going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel, they don't pace themselves anymore. And you want to make sure that you're in playoff position to make something special happen at the end of the year.
Excellent use of the word mundane, by the way. How about you, Shaq?
Kezdődjön a meccs. Idegenben vagyunk. Nagyon jó.
Two-K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with the broadcast from Washington, the home of the Wizards, the Verizon Center. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at Chicago, still early in the season, but the front office and coaching staff likes what they are seeing from this team so far. Better winning percentage than last year.
This is a chance for them to go 2-0 against this team. They won that first meeting, and with a 3-game season series, they can clinch a winning record against them here tonight.
And how nice would it be to stick that in your back pocket after just 2 games, guys? I mean, I know they think that's what's going to happen because they played with that kind of confidence in the first meeting. They feel very good about this one.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Freak in at power forward. He's out there with McDermott. Steve Blake is out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. Here's Blake. They set the pick. Beal pulls it in. And so it's Washington with it. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
We talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
11 feet away. And it's
and that's what you want to see. Good fundamental sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Gasol is screen on Wall. Blake passes to Gasol. Good. And the assist goes to Blake.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Now here's Wall. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Utah.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
5 to shoot. And Beal kicks to Gortat. Wall, that's a 2-pointer. Washington gets it back. Morris with a screen on Holiday. There's Porter with the 3. Goes up with it again. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
To the paint. Here's Freak. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Last game for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas.
Yeah, I had the chills watching it. It really was a nightmare defensively for them. When you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up,
and the basket by Blake.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here is Morris. A 14-point game for him in the win against Utah.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And the Wizards with possession after the Bulls pick up 2. Takes it off the glass. Morris has got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, I tell you what, it's easy to get spoiled watching this fella. I mean, he just makes it look so simple.
Gasol is screen on Wall. In the corner, it's McDermott. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. Blake's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Wizards trail by 3. Outside Wall. There's the feed to Beal. From outside the arc. They get it back.
Even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Blake with it, covered by Wall. Blake dishes to Gasol. Second shot opportunity, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jumper.
Le is ült a kapakra. Most megértem, hogy
Here's Blake.
Feltolt centernek.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Wizards 5 right now. Nene and Gortat team up in the paint. All out there with Mayo. And it's Porter in at the small forward. Now let's send it to Doris.
Well,
Freak in the last matchup against the Mavericks got the job done. He ended with 16 points, and there didn't seem to be much you could do to stop him, shooting efficiently from both the field and the foul line. His performance just another outstanding outing that has become more and more common for him.
Thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Ez a Mayo. Bulls-szal vagyok. Chicago. Oda van kiírva, jobb felső sarok. Ilyenkor megálltam. A pirossal. Mindig értem. Pirossal. A magyarok. Megy piros.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer.
Itt játszik Jordan. Én leszek az új Jordan.
Mayo, the best in the Nene. Now the dish to Wall. Nene, the screen. Outside, Wall. Shot clock at 6. From outside, off the mark. The Bulls have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Here's Mirotic. And the assist goes to Blake. Blake's got 5 assists in the game.
Much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
To the middle. Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Nene.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
That's good. And it's 8 points for Freak.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Outside, Wall. Rebound by the Bulls.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now Blake. 5 points in the game. He kicks it to Freak. To the inside. Portis. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Now it's a 5-point Chicago lead.
And they got hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
The Bulls leading by 5. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
You like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. And matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
Mirotic.
Boy, Blake is so good at finding open teammates.
Washington's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Outside, Wall. Pass to Porter. Nice ball movement by Washington. And that one's good. Wall's got his second bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Blake with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Offensive rebound. Freak kicks to Blake. Mirotic has a wide open look. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. 8 points for Nikola Mirotic.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Nagyon forgalódik, el ne veszítsd nekem azt a labdát.
McDermott kicks to Freak.
Na toljuk be.
Dishes it to Mirotic. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
No other way to put it, just a poor performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Gortat misses. The Bulls leading by 9.
Baszki. Ekkora bukkor.
1:05 left here in the second.
Na.
Blake dishes
Jó,
to Freak.
ott van megint Mirotic, de most kinnál.
And Mirotic kicks to
Jó,
Freak.
nyomjuk.
Shoots from the right block, and it's Chicago scoring again.
And that keeps him
11
perfect
ponttal
from
megyünk.
the field this quarter.
Az nagyon jó.
There's a screen by Gortat. Here's Wall.
Pedig milyen jó védelmet
On the
voltam.
shot, he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Freak.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a
Tessék,
chance
már
for the and
megérte.
one.
And a new group shot.
Na, 12 ponttal
And
vezetünk
so
a
we wrap
filmbe.
up the first half.
Teljesen jó.
In Chicago, they lead by 12. And now let's catch up with
Well, guys,
Jó, van, nem kell report. Menjünk, az toljuk tovább. Nem kell edző. Úgyis mond játék közben is dolgokat.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even
Micsoda
close, guys, and
kameraállás.
we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter
Ez
started.
azt végigmutatja a
When you're
padokat.
hot, you're hot, and that's certainly been the case
Ott
for
egy
Freak.
cipő.
10 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt. They need to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
So
Jó,
for
ki?
Chicago
Dob
right
rá.
now,
Akkor mit be?
Freak.
Wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Ez szép volt.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend
Ó,
a
miért
little more
védekeztünk?
staunchly than that.
De itt tök
Oh,
random
that was
volt.
a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. McDermott passes to Holiday. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that
Jó,
they have.
megcserélni ilyen
If a
szarok
shot
voltak.
isn't there, they're not
Jó
forcing
ég.
it. They're moving it side to side until they finally
Ne,
get the one
megint hol megyek.
they want.
Az
And Wall
irányítás.
kicks to Beal.
Jó.
And
És
that
megvan.
comes off the assist by John
Jó,
Wall.
de mindig.
Wall's got 4 assists in the game. Blake with it. He's picked up by Wall. Gasol, a screen on Wall.
Jó, nem, ne kiütjük meg
And the
őket,
pass to
de
Blake.
csak a baj van.
Gasol, a screen to the inside.
Jó, megdelmet. Jó,
Now here's Freak. Gortat covering.
átdobjuk onnan.
Holiday inside the line.
Aha.
Porter pulls it in.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that
Neki meg
open.
jobb a
Lucky
keze. Ó,
break there
és
for the
vissza is
D.
szerzi a labdát.
Let's get the ball inside.
Pass to Freak.
Toljuk be Moriszt, én azt mondom.
Third quarter of play with just
A
over a
beenged.
minute and a half gone
Nagyon jó.
by. Blake
Miért nem
dishes to
dobta
Freak.
rá?
And Holiday kicks to Gasol. Passes it to Blake. There's the triple. That's good.
Jó, szép.
Blake's got 8 points.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Porter with the screen for Wall.
Nem hagyjam ott, most nem követem ezt a hibát.
To the middle. Looking for Gortat. He gets it there. Here's Morris from 13
És
feet.
ő
It goes
dobja be.
down.
Azt tudtam,
Morris
hol
has got
áll.
his third bucket of the night.
And really just unselfish
vagyok.
basketball on the
Hallod?
interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Hú, de megijedtem, hol dobja.
Blake kicks to Holiday. Freak
Azt
passes
mennyien
to
lettek
Gasol. And the
körülöttem.
basket good. Gasol's got his second
Szép
bucket of the
volt.
night.
Everything
that's
working for them out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Inside, here's Porter. And it's Freak
Na,
with the
köszi.
rebound.
Az ingyen.
Freak's got his
Ilyen
third
rakottam
rebound on the
volt.
night. In the corner, it's
Szép.
McDermott. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. And the Bulls
Most jó,
lead
jól
by
játszik a
18.
csapat.
And we're seeing the
Nem
shots
nagyon sokat
start to
tettek
fall
hozzá,
for
de
them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Beal gets a wide open look. And again, Washington with the triple.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Nyomjad, Dino. Nyomjad.
Good looking screen by Gasol. And Holiday has it in the corner.
Hogy be lesz szívva, mi?
Again, Chicago.
Egész meccsön táncolgatsz, amikor kikapál, vereségre állnak. Ne. Bal oldal.
Pop over to our 2K leaderboard to see which
Sőszépen, azt mondja, hogy húzom a videót. Hogy? Kosárban hogy lehet húzni a videót? Nem foci. Feküdjek a földre,
as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. I mean, game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
Yet, no matter how much attention they're getting, they're still going to get their points. I mean, opponents just have to keep fresh legs out there and try to limit the damage and make them work for whatever points they do get. Make it two hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
That's right, you got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
And Beal kicks to Morris. Bounces high off the rim.
Hogy szakadjon le a mája.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Kicks to Freak. And he was camped in the lane there and he gets the 3-second call. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Washington. Joakim Noah's.
Még most az utolsó negyed.
Wizards trail by 15. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Nene and Gortat team up in the paint. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Wall attacking. The teardrop. Wall's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Washington.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one. You got it.
McDermott dishes to Holiday. He feeds it to Freak.
Nem kapok.
No good.
Nem kaptam.
Some solid defense there by Nene.
Foul.
Porter kicks to Wall. To the middle.
Foultok.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
The Bulls making a switch here. Blake's checked in. The Bulls leading by 11 to the middle. Gortat with the steal. And now Wall running the floor all by himself. The lead now cut to single digits. Wall's got 4 points in the quarter.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Here's Blake, covered by Wall. Gortat with the steal. Here's Beal. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Blake with it, now guarded by Porter. Freak with it. Gortat's there. Feeds to Blake. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. 5 on the clock. Holiday, no one around him. They can't stop the run with that one. Wizards trail by 9. Nene, the screen. Here's Gortat. It's all in by the Bulls. And here's Blake. He dishes it to Freak. Good on the baseline, James. And the Bulls lead by 11.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Outside, Wall. Nene up top. Porter passes to Wall. Gortat wide open. He fires. And good. Coming off the assist by Wall.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes of pass now here in the fourth. Blake kicks to Freak.
Én is ott lefutjuk. Az meg leblokkolt, pedig azt tudom, hogy lesákolom egyet. Nyomok egy zsákot. Basszeg. Pedig hogy lefordultam róla? Nem áll. Azért.
Freak's got his fifth rebound right now in the game.
And they continue to control the play.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team. And that's why they're ahead.
And finished off by Gasol.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
That's good from McDermott on the assist by Blake. Blake's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Wizards trail by 13. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
So against the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Good game for John Wall. He has 8 points and 6 assists.
The first one falls, and Washington making a change. Morris has checked in.
Bejönnenék, kijött fel a Morris. Nagyon Morris megint.
And so John Wall nails both of them.
Fekának dobjuk.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
Az nagyon jó. Lefutottam, ott vagyok.
Here's Freak. Good. And the assist goes to Blake.
Úgy befutottam alá.
Blake's got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Wall passes to Gortat.
Ne engedjünk már falnak semmit.
Dish now to Wall. Puts one up from 19. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
The Bulls leading by 11.
Gyerünk, itt vagyok.
To the paint, there's Freak. Gortat with the block.
Megint leblokkolt.
And Gasol gets it to go.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's McDermott. And he's hammered home.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Olyan playmaker vagyok.
And Wall. Here we go now. Here's Gortat. Another one falls for Washington. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth. The Bulls have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Poked away. Ball with the steal. Here's Porter, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Porter's got it back down to single digits for the Wizards. And Chicago shooting around 60% of the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Here's Freak. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Chicago.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy...
Hát, ojoj. Hát, már azt mondta a kommentátor, hogy megnyertük. Hát nem
ilyen. This is going to be their 18th win overall.
Ne, ez a play.
They take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
Now they've got their sights set on that sweep, Greg, 3-zip, and given what's going on in the first 2 games, my guess is that's what's going to happen.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer.
Execution, fellas. Do your job. Freak.
Csinálom.
You're our leader out there. Execute.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Jones checked in for Gortat.
Nem nekem beleütött a patra.
Winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
a solid team.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Now let's take this opportunity to check out our Jordan player of the game.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille.
Toljunk még egyet, én azt mondom. Aztán az lesz a vége. Előbb is beállítjuk a hangot. Mert most itt van a fejembe. Aha, hol lehet? Hát ha kint a főmenübe lehet, akkor viszont nem fogom átállítani. Mert az is egy óra, míg kilép innen. Baszki. Nem. Ne. Tudunk fejlődni? Tudunk. Na, zümm meg a telefon. Új szponzor. 500-at. 4 jelenésért 500-at. Hát, azt nem tudom. Na jó, elfogadjuk. Ezért Tomasszal elmegyünk kajálni. Hát menjünk el, én azt mondom. Jó, hagyjunk csak. Igen, elmentünk. Jó, akkor menjünk el. Na bazd meg! Csajjal így nem tudunk elmenni. De miért nem tudunk elmenni? Na hát mindegy. Oklahoma City. Az is egy nagyon faszomes lesz. Ott viszont szerintem ki fogunk kapni. Ugye, hát Kevin Durant, Westbrook.
Hello and welcome everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Looking at the Thunder, these guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. And as we reach the midway point, Kenny, still a lot of games left on the schedule. How do players cope with the wear and tear their bodies go through?
Well, a lot of times when you're mentally or physically tired, you know, you could sit there and all of a sudden you misquote things, you missay things here on the analyst desk. On the basketball court, that's turnovers, that's missing assignments, missing rebounds. Same thing. Like, I know this is our, 82nd game this year. You're starting to feel it a little bit. That's how.
Hazai pályán vagyunk? Hazai pályán vagyunk. Chicago.
Starting at point. At 6'3", number 17. Starting at the other guard.
Ura.
We're in the place they call the United Center.
Na.
In Chicago. The home
Hát
of the
hozzuk le
Bulls.
ezt a nagyon könnyűnek néző meccset.
Just a single game at home. After this one, it's back on the road for the Bulls. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
And expected to vie for that top seed coming into the season. They have not disappointed. This is a team poised to do big things in the postseason.
Well, all the hype was justified. I mean, it's been an impressive season for them. We've seen them win a lot of different ways. And they've proven in the midst of all of that to be a very, very complete team.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Durant. And it's Smith. And it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's stolen by Smith. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Blake with the steal. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And the shot is good. McDermott's got his first 2 points of the night.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Here's Roberson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pistons in Detroit. Cantor's shot is off.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
The dish to Freak.
Nagyon jó. Hogy betolom?
Right block shot, and it's Chicago scoring again. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter.
Azt hogy betoltuk Cicivel, meg izével. És rásegítéssel.
He's coming off a 16-point game against the Pistons.
Ez elég aktív.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
Durant.
Shots good by Durant.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here's Blake. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington.
Kevin, remarkable night for him passing.
De legalább megcsinálta, kiharcolt végül is egy ilyen szabaddobás.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. First free throw is good. And he can't hit the second. The Thunder have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Westbrook against Howard. Westbrook dishes to Smith. To the inside. And Cantor throws it down.
Fellas, that 2-hand monster slam was
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feet.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
The Thunder have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Durant kicks to Roberson.
Robertson. Lehet, hogy ide át tudjuk volna ez a Thunderhez. No, nem én volt Mokiben ragad. Ez is ritka.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Hát te fiad, hát az a gyerek, hú, de hallod, hogy lehet ilyen gyors? Hogy kell leütközni, hogy ott a seggén maradjon?
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Here's Gasol, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Most már feküdjünk rá védelemre, mert nagyon szarok
in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes. Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Here is Durant. After Chicago picking up the basket just moments ago. The shot will not go. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against Washington.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
They were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
And Roberson kicks to Durant. Here's the screen. Westbrook with a wide open look. That's good. Nice assist from Durant. Westbrook's got 5. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 game changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Some changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in.
5 ponttal mennek. Fantasztikus.
Oklahoma City leading by 5.
Még akkor rá kell menni a pontszerzésre.
Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Bulls. He's in the power forward. He's out there with Nikola Mirotic. Noah is out there with Steve Blake, and it's Holiday in at the 2-guard spot. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last match against the Wizards really lit it up from the floor. He picked up 16 points and was just efficient on the offense, picking his spots on when to keep the ball moving or try his own luck. It was the kind of game that coaches love because he was a big factor in every play, it seemed.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Now, here's Noah after Enes Kanter's miss. And there's the feed to Blake. Noah with a screen on Westbrook. That evens the score. Blake's got 5
döntetlen. Nagyon jó poén. Megint nem csináltam semmit, de nagyon
I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Payne. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Smith with a screen on Mirotic. Kicks it to Kanter. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Kanter again. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Detroit Pistons.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. It seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch.
The bombs were really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you consider it was on the road.
Magyarul most egy 9-0-ás körön vagyunk.
Nem.
Mondtam, hogy nem.
Here's Chicago. They're on a 13-5 run here. Dishes it to Mirotic. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. And it's a 5-point Chicago lead.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Here's Westbrook. Chicago grabs the miss.
You can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. Clearly, you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. Right now, they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Nem tudom, lehet megfogdosta kétszer a cerkát, aztán elkapta a szerencsét.
Some big men who, when they get tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. Pau Gasol, number 1. Freak, 3rd.
And it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
Yes, sir. I mean, these guys make the most of every one of their easy opportunities. Missing layups is simply not part of their routine.
And here's Smith.
Valószínűleg azt hittem fennakad rajta. De nem akadt fenn.
What a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Nagyon jó. Az nagyon jó.
Takes it from 10, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
That's an easy. We call those bunnies. That's what they need.
Thunder trailing by 8. Westbrook kicks to Kanter. Deflects the pass. Payne passes to Smith.
Az nem.
Smith's just having a fantastic game. He's got 8 points and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Taj Gibson's checked in.
Jó, pihenjünk. Vezetünk 5 ponttal a fél időbe. Az jó. Egy Oklahoma ellen álva csoda, hogyha tényleg vezetünk, mert sokkal erősebbek szerintem, mint mi vagyunk. Kicsit feszült a szürkolói hangulat, mint általában. Tényleg, hogy mindig ugyanaz a kép.
You know, Mirotic has been exceptional here, guys.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Menjünk rá pontokra, csinálj menjünk utána. 9-0 látunk, mennyi volt. 15-0 már a végén.
Then it's Ennis Cantor, and it's Westbrook.
Holiday!
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
De szar. Jó csapat, most jó.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line.
Én alapottanul megfogtam, írjátok be.
We can get a look at Oklahoma City, Kevin, and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. First in scoring, second in blocks, and they are ranked 3rd in team rebounding as well. I tell you what, everybody on this team goes after the ball on the backboards.
Már csoda lenne.
You go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about great offense beating great defenses, and I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
Az ide, figyelj, dobok már 3-at és nézzük meg. Nem dobok.
Nash to Freak. From 12 feet out.
De szar volt. Nagyon korán engedtem el.
And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg.
I don't know if
they'll get a chance to take a breath in this one.
And so here is Oklahoma City following the 3-point attempt by
Miattam
Freak.
fogunk, ami kikapni, hogy
Robertson
szórakozom.
dishes to Westbrook. To the middle, here's Smith. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one.
Great way to start to have easy layup against some soft D.
Here's Blake. Taking a look at his stats. He's
around
7.5 points a game. That's good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Dikát nem bántom, hát mégiscsak abból állok.
And so it's Oklahoma City
jobban tolja, mint a Dino.
6-point game. Westbrook
Az hogy ment volna be? Ébredj már fel. Alright.
Oh, and a fast break for the bull.
Baszkál, ide is, hogy elbasztam. Ma itt vagyok.
Blake kicks to Freak, stolen by Cantor. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Blake with the steal.
Pussunk fel. Itt vagyok. Jó, ne. Dob ki. Úgy. Azt bedobja.
It's good. The basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Jó, ez így jó volt, megnyugodtunk. Jó, Westbrookot is megállítottuk. Uram, nem dobta el. Inkább adta ennek a kanternek.
Freak's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Blake with it. Westbrook picks him up.
Nagy 3-as.
Now Blake. 8 points for him.
Már úgy állnak rám a posztra, hogy ne tudják nekem odaadni a labdát. Dob rá, hogy... És bedobtak el.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Nagyon jó.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. This last month, he's been positively
Hát igen,
spectacular.
egy kicsit jobban játszottunk a live előtt. Most nem tudom mit, tényleg lámparázni, nem tudom. 20 pontot még a live-ban nem is dobtam. Most is 6-nál járok.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Noah comes
Kicsit
in for
önzők
Pau
legyünk,
Gasol.
rámenjek a
And
pontra.
Mirotic subbed in for McDermott. Blake kicks to Freak.
De azért, mert lekettőznek a köcsögök már. Most is el kell passzolnom, mert már kiütötték volna a kezemből. Nagyon jó védelem. Az nagyon szép volt. Annyi dobja csak a büntetőről, az. Rohadjon le a szár. Gerard Hand. Döntetlen van, baszki. Hát hogy jöttek fel?
He dishes it to Waiters, and they take the lead. Waiters got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Passes it to Freak.
De szar volt.
Shoots a fader again.
Hát dobtam, Jeffrey. Nem tudom azt, hogy ment, de köszönöm. Ne engedjük már be így Durantet.
Mirotic against Durant.
Hirtelen izgalmas lesz a meccs.
To the right side.
Ne.
Payne gets a wide open look. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Payne's got
nine.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Gyerünk Mirotic, te egy állat vagy.
He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him.
Na hát akkor 2 ponttal mennek. Ilyen se volt még, hogy ennyi pontot szerezni. Így értem, hogy a csapat ilyen sokat. Ilyen 70-ig szoktunk elmenni, aztán vége van.
And so here is Chicago. Freak in at the 4 spot.
He's
out there with McDermott. Steve Blake is out there with Portis. And it's Holiday at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
Most dob rá.
Wide open. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Durant kicks to Cantor. In the corner, Smith with it. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
McDermott, no one around him.
Kihagyja meg Dermot.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
No good from Durant.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Azt hova dobtad? Dob be. Nem tudta rá. Jó, Blake vissza, dob rá. Miért nem dobja el?
6 on the shot clock.
Akkor most. Azért. Háromszor játszottam neki vissza, úgyhogy ügyesen el. 64. Ez kemény lesz, az biztos.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
És nem tudunk rámenni a pontokra, mert lekettőznek a szemetek. Figyelnek rá.
The game's still in question, but he told his players, guys, this is when it's fun, right? Time is winding down. A close game. This is where you show the preparation and the time you put in. Kevin, we'll see if they respond.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Here's Freak. True on the 14-footer. Freak's got it all tied up now for Chicago.
Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
Right side, Westbrook. Baseline J on the way. Rebounded by McDermott.
Most kell átmenni.
They've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Good looking screen by Gasol. Blake kicks to Howard.
Akkor adod oda.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And what a tremendous game for Holiday. He's got 16 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers. And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Both free throws good from Holiday.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Screen by Smith. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Smith right side. Gasol with the steal.
Megint Durant. Gabe Durant-tel nagyon szorulják.
And here is Blake. It's Freak, top of the key. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
Tudom, hogy halk vagyok amúgy, de nem tudtam levenni, mert ennek a fantasztikus játéknak. Akkor fölmeri be lehet levenni a hangot. Nem akartam kilépni. Majd következőre már jobb. Na, első live csak ki kellett tapasztalni, hogy is milyen.
They've been really aggressive in drawing fouls, and then they've been able to knock down their free throws.
And Cantor drops them both.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Van ilyen. Megyünk 2 ponttal. Hátra még 3 perc. Hát ez is szoros lesz.
Chicago leading.
Jó, nagyon jó, ott vagyok. Ott van Gasol. Szép.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one,
lefettem a pattanul.
a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Holiday. Bedobja. Tudja a gyerek. Tudja, nagyon tudja.
Boy, Blake is so good at finding open teammates.
Pass to Smith.
Hát az hogy lett jó passz? Azért, mert teljesen rajta álltam. Na ide dobok egy 3-as. Jó, akkor nem vigyük.
Here's Blake. He's covered by Westbrook. Freak dishes to Blake. Holiday the pass to Freak. 4 on the shot clock. Stolen by Cantor.
Hogy de hiát, ott állt a fekva volt meg a szélem.
That's good. Basket number 5 out of 5 for 8-night shooting.
Mindegy.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
There's Freak. Plays it up and despite excellent defense at that. Freak's got 6 here in this quarter.
Black, ez a neved. Black. This.
And so here is Oklahoma City. Outside Westbrook.
Toljad. Nem jó. Mekkora blokk! Húzd vissza! Az köcsög. És Durant csinál egy blokking izélet is. Nagyon jó. Végére megjöttünk a mencsbe. A hínek hagyjam, a kopasznak nem fogom. De. Most kéne beállni ide posztba. Nem oda gondoltam, de nem baj, oda-vissza. Szép játék. De szar. Biztos évek addig. A szar, és bemegy. Kell nagyon egy 2 pont. 2, még vagy 4, 6. De ott nem jó, miért oda szélre játszál?
He kicks to Freak. Blake up top. 6 on the shot clock.
With
it. He's against Smith.
És bedobja. Ó, köszönöm. Ez nagyon kellett. Box out, jó. Kell zárni őket, hogy ne tudjanak lepattanókat szedni. Már ugye 3-as volna dobálni. Veszett módon. Hát mondjuk, ha ilyen hiba... Jó, már el tudjuk húzni az időt. Ha most jól adnám be. Jó.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Akkor az meg jól dob. Azért mondod. 5 pont van már közte. Hát azt szerintem megnyertük.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Annyi a lényeg, hogy kopasznak nem szabad adni, mert nagyon szarul dobja a büntetőt. Sajnos, szegény jól. És nem tudok kommentet olvasni, mert feszült pillanatok vannak. Hogy beadta. És Durantnak hogy a faszomba dobta az? Mit csinál? Dobjon már még legalább egyet. Dobd be.
And he does get the second one, and that puts them up by 5. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is what they got to come
up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Dob be.
That's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Azt a kúra helyet. Dobjad.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
A 3-ball.
It's
hauled in by the Bulls, and an intentional foul right there.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would like to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who would go to the line.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Na, hát ezt már most megnyertük.
6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Smith with a wide open look. And so it's Chicago winning this one.
És megvertük az Oklahomát. Azért az komoly. Ez nem egy rossz csapat, azt tudom. Hú, de büszke volt rára. Annyira jó nem is volt.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean,
and folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
Nem láttam, ki lett a legjobb. Sajnos. De most megnézem. Oh. Akkor jó van. Mondjuk nem tudom miért. Mert sok volt a lepattanó szerzés, a 12. Na hát akkor ennyi lesz a NBA mára. Talán lesz még egy GTA akkor aztán rögtön. Ha Blacksmith is itt van, de hát most baszik írni nyilván. Ilyenkor. Ó, ezt nagyon jó lenne kifejleszteni. Na hát akkor köszönöm a figyelmet. Jöjjön a GTA. Sziasztok!